Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pathologic 3. I hope you are all doing well on this fine Wednesday afternoon. I have a fun anecdote to share of the fact that my dishwasher is broken, and I am theoretically waiting for someone to call and ask me for details about it, but he has not yet called me. So there is a possibility that I may have to suddenly leave at a certain point in the stream to explain to a man why my dishwasher is broken. If so, I will let you all know, and I will be back as soon as I can. But that's a fun thing. It's also possible that they just don't call today. Who fucking knows? It's a whole thing. But yeah. Emergency ad break at a mysterious time may be a reality, yes. We'll see when it comes to it, if it comes to it. Otherwise, we are just going to proceed as normal and continue with what we're doing. Last time in Pathologic, we found ourselves in town seeking the deathless man who is dead. Yeah, apartment management is cryptid behavior in general. We were seeking the deathless man. We got locked up. We are being cross-interrogated by a Weasley little sort of dark Kim Kitsuragi-looking motherfucker. Yeah, there's a lot of nasty shit going on. There's a Vampire Survivors update. Holy good God, that game just keeps getting more and more. I saw there was a Terraria update the other day that actually made me start playing Terraria again, of all things. These games will never die. It's fascinating. I'm here for it. It's cool. But it's just like, holy hell, y'all. You can stop. You did it. You did the game good. It's a good one. Oh, I love this little stuffed bull. Okay. We finally beat the Moon Lord like 3 days before the update and haven't played since. I don't think I've ever done the Moon Lord. The latest boss I remember was like a fucky little jester guy. Like he was, I think, like the Moon's Herald or something. So I think I was close to the Moon Lord, but I never got there. They've got a whole ass chart thing for updates. Good lord. I need to catch up on my Vampire Survivors achievement hunting. I'm a bit behind. I let it all build up. Oh, right. They gave the engine the team behind Warhammer Bolt Gun. Oh, interesting. That's fun. Lunatic Cultists. Yeah, that's those were the guys that were the last like main big boss thing that I fought and went, Jesus Christ, I don't want to do this right now. And then I never went back to it. And then when I loaded it up and had no saves or anything, I just went, well, I guess it's time to start Terraria again. Okay. Ooh, the Debutant. A two-shot pistol designed by Jacques Debut. Tiny and non-threatening, I'm saving the last bullet for one particular purpose. Right, we have our prototype, which blasts away miasma. Manufactured to fight tuberculosis pathogens. In theory, it purifies the air of microorganisms by using sound at frequencies beyond human perception to destroy cell membranes. If only it could kill them in the human body, the device would be priceless. So, how did we end up last time? People in the town hall are safe. For today at least, path through the thing is clear. Vlad the Younger has taken charge of the fight against the epidemic. I think I'm just trying to leave right now. Oh, right. There is a man who saw Simon Kane alive in the warehouses. That's where we're going. Gee, Dankowski, what does Mom let you start the game with a gun? Hey, Sawbones. At you? You the big city Sawbones? A doc, I should say. Yes. Don't you fret, I'm not interested in your jingle jangle. Not worth the hassle. Just tell me straight, Doc. Am I plagued? If only all gentlemen who looked like you sought medical advice instead of my wallet. The madman behind Vampire Survivors and Ponkle is a madman. Yeah. I'm not familiar with Ponkle, I think. I need to look into that one. This dude does look like he's just right out of Dishonored 1. There's a lot of that vibe here. Yeah, there's a reason I buy every single Vampire Survivors DLC, even if I don't plan on playing it immediately. You don't look sick. I'm serious and scared. Is it okay to admit fear to a Sawbones, Doctor? Oh, Ponkle's the team behind it. Okay. I never remember team names half the time. Doctor, ever since I found out my Kulan had died, I've been scared out of my wits. It claimed her in 5 hours, and she was young and strong. One confession deserves another. I don't know if youth keeps one safe at all. Would be logical if it did, but this disease seems to spare no one. I hoped her stepblood would protect her. She's of the kin. Was. Left her people, but was still torn between town and steppe. I thought maybe if I quarreled with her on purpose, she'd return to her kind. Wouldn't suffer her fate no more. Too late now. Yes, I've heard this notion that the steppe people are immune to the plague, but I suspect that those are just tall tales. Poor thing. Such a shame. I don't want to die, though. Give it to me straight, Doc. Will I follow Kulan soon? Should I prepare bread and milk? Or can it just pass me by? So you suspect your lover might have infected you? It's not impossible. When did you see her last? The day before yesterday. In the morning. When did she die? Yesterday. I'm hearing a chirp that sounds like a smoke alarm at the dead battery, and I can't tell if it's a smoke alarm or it's the game. I suspect it's my smoke alarm. It's not the game. I'm not hearing that. I've got unfortunate news for you. I know very little of the plague yet, but it's clear from its dynamics that one can't survive the infection for more than a day. If you were infected, you wouldn't be here. Are you sure? Consider how many people have died since the outbreak began 2 days ago. The disease obviously develops very quickly. I'd say the incubation period is 5 to 8 hours. Oh, you done me a service. Poor Kulan's suffering ended just yesterday. She came to me even earlier than that. Your mouth checks out, so... Doctor, sorry, I should address you with respect. According to your count, I couldn't have caught it from her. Maybe not from Kulan, but from someone else. Someone you could have just met even half an hour ago, easily. Don't celebrate just yet. If it takes 5 hours to burn someone out like a candle, then it's clear as day. I've been racking my brain. She was healthy when she came to me. Only her legs were wobbly after a night of dancing. Then, suddenly, bam, dead of the plague like that. Shows you how death sneaks up on you wicked like a cut purse in an alley. This plague is one of the most virulent diseases known to science, if we can say it is known. I don't think I've ever had a smoke alarm start the low battery song before 11 p.m. Yeah, that's fair. Like, it is surprising that it's not 1 a.m. when it's alerted you of this fact. Such loud words are yours. They ring you in this backwater like an alarm bell. Or artillery. I don't fit the scenery like you. Can I help you with something, Doc? You're looking lost as a newborn babe. Lost, am I? Maybe you can help. I'm looking for a doctor named Reuben. If I knew where he was, I'd have gone to him with my plague question. He saw the last outbreak was Baroque, and was Baroque's Isidor's apprentice. But he's gone. Vanished as if the earth swallowed him. You think he's right here in the warehouses? I'll be damned. I'm not sure myself. But I need to talk to him. Do something useful, at least. Tough luck. I'd love to repay you, but I can't. Don't know where Reuben went. You know, ask the little ones. The kids, if you run into some. They've scoured every corner of this place. They don't miss a thing. If Reuben is here, they've seen him. I'm less than eager to deal with the local children again, but looks like I'll have to. I hate kids! Oh, what's the button that gives me vision? Q. Guys, I'm feeling a little apathetic about everything. I'm gonna go kick this trash can.
Drilling my temples.
Okay, man.
Superstitions aren't real.
Superstitions aren't real. Daniil talking in his most Hayden Christensen from Star Wars. Superstitions aren't real. I belong on the council, Master. A secret sign? Superstition? Why is this here? Well, I don't see why I wouldn't rob Bad Grief. Well. Oh, here we go. Man invented the wheel and everything rolled straight to hell. I have too many things now, god damn it. Well. The music is good. I'm a big fan of the music, so... Oh, hey! The hell are you kids doing up there? Artemy never figured out he could loot clocks. True. The fuck?
Hey, mister, what's that doodad on your chest?
I'm looking for a doctor called Reuben. I'm told he's hiding somewhere in the warehouses.
Haven't seen no doctors around, but we got a new boiler man lately.
I think my washing machine is on the fritz. Oh, that sucks, dude.
Fixed the furnace 3 days ago. But today it broke down again. Go on, touch the pipe, see? It's cold, like my dad's feet.
So, You say you have a new boiler man. That seems like a good cover. Can you tell me where the boiler house is?
Then you're walking the wrong way, dummy. Follow the pipe the other way to the boiler house. Round here, the pipes are ice cold.
Thank you. The warehouse children shared news. Reuben is hiding in the old Reuben is hiding in the old boiler room. I need to find it. The closer the secret, the hotter the pipes.
Oh, who goes there? Turn your head up, look at us. What's the password?
Washer's planning to set it on fire and the smoke alarm is conspiring. I think Annie Danny might be onto something here.
Heckety feckety sat on a pipe. Heckety feckety smelled a bit ripe. All the king's crickets and all the king geese couldn't rid Heckety of the smell of damp cheese. Now say the password, old timer.
That's a version I hadn't heard before. Is the password geese?
Ah, wrong. It's crickets. There's one on the pipe right now. Can't you hear them chirping?
Is your name Cricket, or do you mean the actual insect?
Who you calling an insect, Gramps? You going deaf? I've seen old-timers like you with a big metal horn in their ears. Maybe try that instead of embarrassing yourself.
I can hear you just fine, boy.
Wow, how are you even walking around? Even more so with that bald spot on top of your head.
I'm looking for a man, a doctor named Stanislav Rubin. Seen him around?
We don't have a doctor named Reuben, only a boiler man who needs no name to do boiler work. Although, if you think about it, he's kind of like a doctor. He fixed the furnace. Cured it, I guess.
Yes, I've heard the story from one of your friends already. Now I'm following the pipe to the heating plant.
Called the boiler house. It's a house with a boiler, not some hot plant with sap running through the pipes. I say, people believe the wildest things these days. He's so clueless that he can't even follow the pipe without getting lost. Let me give you a hint, old-timer. There's a little heat left in my pipe, and you need to get where there's a lot of it. Can you remember that?
Exore parvulorum veritas. The warehouse children shared news. Reuben is hiding in the old boiler room. I need to find it. Closer the secret, the hotter the pipes. Oh. Playing Grief? The theater actor? This is no place for pantomimes. Oh, shit! Grief? Brad, no! Is there even a reason to talk? Apathy. Okay, dude. Fucking... chew some tobacco about it.
Half a tone louder.
Grief's fucking dead. Bad Grief. Grigory Filin. This petty lord called himself Bad Grief. An anarchist at heart, valuing freedom above all else, but only his own. Because of his friendship with the Olgimskis and the Baraks, he saw himself above the law. At least he had some small aesthetic sense, even if it was street level.
Pinned him to a wall like a butterfly and left him to die. Even stabbed him with a knife for good measure. But he didn't die from these wounds. Do you know what he died from? Thirst. Do you have any water?
What are you doing here, actor?
I'm no actor. I neither feel nor act. Call me a shadow, a reminder of a person, a trace, an echo, a glove left behind at someone's house. A useless thing, really. Who needs a lone glove? But it is proof that someone once was here to lose it.
What kind of absurd theatrics? Is this some kind of grotesque performance?
Oh, damn it.
I double-clicked.
You're a scientist, a researcher of death. So gaze into the face of a dead man. Perhaps then you'll understand why only a mask remains.
Can't say I've heard about the theatrical death masks from even the most exalted subjects of Thanatica. Am I the only one who can see you?
Now, 2 others watch, and 1 presents. Know this, if one, like me, is here, then the person you sought is no longer. Today, they are already dead.
Yes, I can see the body of myself, if it is the body of the man I'm looking for. 2 more? And who presents?
A good puzzle, is it not? They pinned Grief to a wall like a butterfly and left him to die. But it was thirst that killed him. Do you have any water?
Why would a dead man need water?
He wouldn't. But this throat feels like it was filled with sand, even though there's no throat left.
Simon's murderer. Why would they think that Grief killed Simon?
When you take out the pitchforks, you'll always find something to nail them with.
Grief saw the faces of his killers. Did he recognize them?
You're asking that as a detective? I'm afraid it's not that kind of story. Grief was killed by a mob, not a person with a name. He often thought about death, imagining what his last words would be. And then when death finally came, do you know what he said?
What?
Ow. He said ow. That was all he could come up with as he bled out, pinned to the wall by a pitchfork. How's that for last words?
Fabulous. One for the quote books.
He said ow, and thought to himself, what a disgrace. That's life for you. You muse on death, prepare for it, and then when the time comes...
I can spread rumors about his incredible wit at death's door myself, but to do that I need to know when he died.
Good question. Precisely formulated. Look around. Maybe something will give you a clue.
I was hoping you'd give me a clue, Shadow. What else are you here for? A smuggler, not a murderer. He didn't deserve this. He did deserve this. Deathly reek. Grief was crucified for a different crime. Simon's murderer. You couldn't have killed Simon. Hammers and pitchforks. Dirt and blood are fully dry. Killed yesterday. Tools of mob justice. Way more cruel than a common murder demands. Bad Grief was cruelly murdered yesterday. Yesterday, oh yesterday. If only I didn't try to flee yesterday. I wouldn't have ended up in an infected jail today. I hate you, yesterday. Shadow Mask. It seems Grief was killed yesterday, nailed alive. The attackers vanished. I can do nothing. Bad Grief is dead. Bad Grief's life is in danger. Uh-oh. About that. Recalling this brutal execution, I seem to see beside me the embodiment of Grief's posthumous fears, which is, of course, impossible. I heard slanderous rumors about Grief, but he couldn't be Simon's. But could he be Simon's murderer? I must examine the body for clues. With the epidemic's onset, people seem to have gone mad, but the scene at the warehouse is excessively cruel, even by local standards. Standards. Even by local Sanders. Even by Colonel Sanders. I thought I was following the pipe. Wasn't I? I'm confused. Did I go the wrong way? Was that what that kid was saying? What the hell? Oh, they fork. I'm stupid. I'm stupid and blind.
Who are you? The new boiler man?
Your friend said the heating boiler house was nearby. Am I heading the right way?
Sure. See the smoke coming from the chimney? That's the boiler house. But the boiler man hasn't been seen in 2 days. I hope he didn't boil himself in a furnace.
Thank you, boy. Boy. Oh no, man. I needed this guy. Now he's a shadow. Reuben. Stanislav Reuben. A pathologist, one of the few doctors in this town. A straightforward and decisive man. He did something that provoked the anger of everyone. The Canes and the kin. His friends and his enemies. One of those people who you know immediately upon meeting them that they won't die of old age. Scoop, welcome in. Hello. Brad Grief is dead. Stanislav Reuben is dead. We are having an awful time. I have still not received a call from the dishwasher guy. And Daniil Dankovsky is still a kind of bitch boy. There's medicine left in the cabinet. Drugs saved for a rainy day. Carefully rationed. We're on day 4, I believe? Oh, I didn't call him. I saw that you gave me that number and I was like, well, I'll recognize it if he calls me. But until I receive explicit instructions to call someone, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna just cold call some guy. Here you are again, Shadow. A bad sign. You're not superstitious, are you? A sign isn't bad. It only points to what it signifies. The one you came for is no more. Today they're already dead. What happened here? Oh, is this day 5? I know it's day 4 or... oh, day 5. It says right up here in the top right. It's 11:30 on day 5. It's slightly under the content warning. What happened here? He needed a hideout. Grief, an old friend, suggested this place. In the end, he even enjoyed stuck in the furnace. Physical work soothes, leaves no room for thought. Only soot clings so deeply. Reuben was scrubbing it off himself when they came for him. I heard Reuben was the last person to see Simon. Is that true? Reuben
came the closest to understanding who Simon truly was. After all, he was the one who pronounced him dead. He was afraid that revelation would not be forgiven.
What revelation? What did Reuben discover? This is critical.
Reuben witnessed a miracle, and he paid for it with his life.
Will you tell me what happened or not? Was he murdered? By whom?
3 days had passed since Simon's death. Reuben hid here in the boiler room, but they found him, silenced him.
It's high time I spoke to the person who invited me to this town. Isidore Barak. I'm sure he's alive. Stanislav Rubin, my last lead, was killed. The trail of the immortal man is lost. I must have caught a fever. I heard whispers in the shadows, but verifying the whispers' words about the day before yesterday isn't possible. Simon's closest friend and ally was the local healer, Isidore Barak. Perhaps he knows something of his fate. Now that all the threads to Simon have frayed, I must claw at any chance I can find. Oh, he's incredibly dead. Simon's trail has run cold. Perhaps his family knows something. Okay. For a haughty logician, Daniil doesn't seem to be questioning these shades that hang out by corpses and have all of their memories. Yeah, don't worry about that. That's all the laudanum I'm taking. Can I leave this way? Hey, Bulls. It's very interesting to see the town looking a lot more HD. Yeah, I agree. Peaceful districts are easy to pass through, but I'll have to pass through dangerous ones carefully on my own feet. Such districts are marked with color. Isidore Barak, a colleague of mine, the best doctor in town, summoned me here with a letter that promised something sensational. Bruh? 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 Changeling. Clara. A strange little ragamuffin with hypnotic eyes. Simpletons claim she can heal with the laying on of hands. They also say she is a Shabnak's sister and a harbinger of death, the vicissitudes of fame. I saw Clara in remote places no one else could reach, and at times, it was as if she were in 2 places at once. Some vast presence lurks in her shadow. Who is she? We're always happy to see Clara. What was that? Good question. Why are there 2 of her? Good question. What's happening? Good question. The jittery movement looking around at everything that was going on up there? Not me. But was I in agreement with it? Yes. Cool.
No, don't mind me. You're just funny, that's all.
Stop. Look into my eyes. Don't move. Don't even turn your head. She won't touch you as long as there's a thread between us. Who's she? Shabnak. You know, that bony monstrosity you don't believe in. The one that's making your hands shake right now.
You see her too? Impossible. She's my own private hallucination. My folies are very much
That's not true. But it's good that you think so. The less that you believe in her, the harder it is for her to get her hooks in you. Laughing at her would be ideal, honestly. But you don't have the guts for that. You're way too serious.
Too serious? All right. Here's a serious question then. What do you think I'm seeing?
Shabnak is the plague's body. The earth spits her out every few years so that she might walk through the town and cleanse it of corruption, of wicked thoughts, of weak people. Everyone believes something different on that front. Why you, with your head full of solid oak wood, can see her is an interesting question. Most people like you are completely blind. What ripped that hole in you, I wonder?
I don't remember.
Now that's interesting. So there was something. A little pinprick from your past. A hangnail getting inflamed? Very interesting. I'd love to know more. Either way, whether you believe in her or not, she'll never stop following you. She likes you. I can tell from a mile away. But I'll teach you how to handle her. Take notes, scholar.
I've known Daniel for 10 minutes and already I think he's insufferable. Yeah, he sucks shit. I love him. He's great. He's garbage. Had I a notebook on me, I'd have gotten it out already, if only to emphasize how absurd this entire situation is.
Rule number 1, you're no adversary for her. Your little revolver won't shoot her. Your little knife won't stab her. Can't stab a fairy tale, can you? And why would you even have a knife anyway? So all you can do is run.
Fair enough. Fighting a hallucination is like tilting at windmills.
Yes, exactly. Keep that thinking. Good scholar.
And was in and out of the streams at 2 because of work, so I think I always missed him. Yeah, he's just a condescending prick. He's great.
What prototype?
I have an experimental device prototype that's capable of dispersing plague miasma. I have experience. Let's say this vision. Let's say it manifests as some kind of especially dense cloud of sand pest. If I shoot at it, I'll dissipate it, which means that the prototype can kill this Shabnak.
There's no way your little device can kill a Shabnak. Neither bone nor metal can strike her down. Everyone knows that.
How about compressed air and atomized particle of bile and belladonna? Do your myths say anything about pneumatic weapons? Thought not.
They say a sigh from Bosturak can stop her for a short while.
Hi, Daniil Dankovsky here for Plague Away. Blast Plague back guaranteed or your money back. He's a terrible man. I want to study him under a microscope. Yeah, Bridge, you get it. Plague tape.
When he sighs, she walks on tiptoe, careful not to wake him. If you exhale the right way, it'll probably slow her down.
Shots from the prototype dispel the fog and all the dangerous whirls, clouds, and traps. If your so-called Shabnak truly is the plague, she'll be affected as well.
You believe that the inventions of your science can defeat the ancient truth of the step? Well then, scholar, give it a try. It'll be interesting to see. Now here's rule 2. She both loves and hates fire. She can't pass a bonfire without wanting to love and destroy it. So light bonfires. They'll slow her down.
Like a moth. Speaking of which, I've studied blood-sucking moths before, but didn't get very far.
Rule 3. She's drawn to people who aren't hollow. You may be close-minded and spiteful, but she still senses something in you. There's something you carry inside yourself, some spark. In other words, there's no way she's going to forget about you. Once she's close, she'll never stop chasing you.
Oh, good. I was hoping she'd be difficult to lose.
This one's so simple that I'm not even going to give it a number. If she catches you, she'll devour you. You might find a way to wriggle out of her embrace the first time, but definitely not the second.
No argument from me. Lingering beside a thick cloud of miasma must be deadly.
And finally, you're probably not going to believe me. She eats away at most people's bodies, dries their skin, chews up their immune system. But you're not as easy to get to. Like someone's watching you from above. Protecting you, maybe? I don't know.
From atop your polyhedron, it's stunningly tall. I frequently want to put characters into a jar and just shake them around a little. Yeah, exactly. That's the best kind of character.
I don't know. Well, yes, I do know, but I don't understand. Feel free to disbelieve me, it doesn't matter. Just keep in mind that you won't get infected in a plague district like others do. Instead, you'll go insane, waste all your time, and then she'll eat you. That's how it will happen.
What a heartwarming fantasy. If I really was in no danger of getting infected, there's so much I could do.
She thinks she's my sister, and I think she's a monster made of bones. My hatred for her is stronger than all of yours combined. Be bold, bachelor. There's no shame in running from her. Maybe you'll get something done, after all, in the end.
Of course I will. High mania speeds up the world and is detrimental to health. At excessive doses, guiding clues may begin to appear before my eyes. The prototype can slow her down, bonfires can slow her down. She cannot be stopped. Beware.
There is a god.
I don't like this.
Was there even a girl? A beatific girl in a fishing net cape taught me how to deal with hallucinations. That doesn't make me feel better, honestly. My poor mind is stretched to breaking. I look at the architecture in this district and I see demons. Okay, let's go. Wow, he really does kind of schmoove when he's, mania'd up, huh? Huh? I'm gonna let this. 8. 8, 8. God, visibility is low. Alan was right. Ah, stop it!
Masked actor, perhaps.
Oh dear.
What the hell? Where am I? Who am I? How'd I get here?
Is this... And wham!
I could use
Ow.
some quiet.
Isidore! Are you here? What the fuck? Feel your signs, deadly streets. The town is driving me insane. These already dangerous infected districts have declared war on me. Maria Cana, Simon's niece, brought her entourage to Isidore's house. They appear to be enacting some ancient ritual. Maria Cana, daughter of Victor and Nina, eldest daughter of the Canes, Simon's niece. Her mother was a mistress, a woman said to wield mystical powers. Maria believed she was meant to walk the same path. She was followed everywhere by her signs, young people who claimed to have aligned their fates with the constellations and mastered destiny itself. Her every gesture burned with untamed fire.
Did you see anything strange on your way here?
I can't hear you. Speak my language. Don't pretend you don't know it. Lingua mentem aperit. Who dares open his mouth while the mistress is working?
Daniil Dankovsky, Bachelor of Medicine at your service. Why did I explode into bats? I don't know. Truly. No, I'll be antagonistic. I've been told the mistress of this town was Capella, Olgimsky's daughter. Having two mistresses spells disaster, doesn't it?
Capella. Give her the town and it will drown in viscous inertia, in sweet anhedonia, where every morning is met with a smile and no smile holds even a shade of a spark. Ugh, I don't even want to hear about her.
So you're rivals, then. I'm familiar with the concept of a professional rivalry, though I have no clue what you're fighting for.
The only thing worth fighting for the souls, for the spirit, for the future. Forgive me, on Daniil. The likes of you are not to be shouted at. I was focused on the dialogue. The unexpectedness of your voice caught me off guard.
I wanted to talk to Isidore Barach. As far as I can see, he's not at home.
Give me your hand, Daniil. Do it. Look me in the eye. No, you're not mocking me. You really don't know.
Let me guess. Isidore's dead. Just like everyone else I needed in this town. Am I right? And I sent that a while ago. I may be having Wi-Fi issues because software engineering building doesn't need reliable Wi-Fi and its unique designs. It's possible that you're having Wi-Fi issues, but it's also possible that I'm just focused on the game and occasionally I glance back over and read what I haven't seen yet.
Isidore is dead.
And what about his shadow? Where is it?
In the locked room, perhaps? A trace of Uncle Simon's hands still lingers in this house. It's here, very close, still warm. I think it's there too in the locked room, but we can't get there.
A trace of his hands? Do you mean fingerprints, or is this another metaphor?
I don't know. Uncle was a very close friend of Isidore Barach, or a rival. A true friendship is indistinguishable from rivalry. And I can feel his life still smoldering in this house, in some object or a living memory. Perhaps he's even there himself.
You mean this place might hold some clue that could shed light on his fate?
Oh, never mind. It no longer matters anyway. What I'm doing is stupid. And what you're doing, even more so.
You're investigating in your own way. That isn't stupid.
That's not my point, Daniil. There are traces of Uncle Simon in this house and the whole town, in the polyhedron, in the people, even in the street layouts. Great people don't die. They just scatter into myriad reflections. But we, his poor descendants, won't ever be able to put them back because tomorrow shall not come.
Stop catastrophizing. This town still stands a chance.
We'll be suffocated by walls of reeking bodies. Shabnak will devour our tomorrow. When you sleep tonight, the apnea demon will descend upon you and you'll lie there frozen, staring at the ceiling forever. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I had a dream. I've seen every calendar in town stop at number 5. Tomorrow shall not come. It shall not come.
Shabnak. This will be a surprising confession, but as I was approaching this house, I think I saw her. Some sort of monster. Very close.
You've seen a Shabnak? You, Aunt Daniil?
A woman or a monster. I didn't get a good look. Hard to see anything in this plague-ridden hell.
In this backwater of ours, the earth sometimes belches out the strangest creatures.
I'm surprised you had enough clarity of mind to see her. Not clarity of mind. Murkiness. That was obviously a hallucination.
She was there in my dream.
But that doesn't mean anything.
She doesn't like to enter my dreams.
My dreams are of the higher realms. They strive upward. The clay spawn and rat brigands don't feel at home there. Prophetic dreams again. I suppose I can't complain now, though. Our dreams are not the same. I am a mistress. I can see the truth. If only you'd acted differently. If you'd opened the hospital, taken charge of the emergency command, searched for answers, perhaps things would have been different. But you've missed your every chance. And so have I. So what do we do now? Go to the Stillwater. Say goodbye to Ava. Gaze up at the starry sky before you sleep. Write a letter. Get in touch with something you hold dear before the end. I hoped to say goodbye to Uncle Simon. There is nothing in this town that I hold dear.
Although you know, Aunt Daniil, this was in my dream too. I stood in this house right here. Uncle Simon breathed behind the closed door, and I told you that tomorrow would not come. It was important to tell you that, for some reason.
It makes no difference what you dreamed of. You're right about the main thing. This town is doomed. Farewell, Maria. Maria claims the town will perish tomorrow, and I think she's right. Isidore's house fell silent with its master's death. His study is on the second floor.
I cannot talk. The world is abuzz with media.
Yeah, let's take some morphine about it.
Slower. Colder.
Let's take 2 morphines about it. Sticky! Orphan and Sneak. One of the children Isidore Barak surrounded himself with in his final days. Perhaps that's why Sticky couldn't let go of his legacy. Or his heir. He got the nickname from his straw-like hair, and a habit of showing up at the first sign of adventure. There are dozens of such restless teenagers in this town. I don't think this one is special.
A long neck and a fat body and hooves for feet. So it's an albino. And people say it wasn't the Earth that made it.
Okay, dude. At least Sticky isn't dead yet.
You son of a barnacle. Toss the pin again. Maybe move it to the left.
Hey, Sign. What you doing here? Go take a breather. I told you I'd call you a lot when I'm done.
Done with what? Picking a lock in someone else's house? I'd bet money you don't live here.
And you lose it. I used to come sleep here like all the time. You know, before Master Isidore died. That's why Maria asked me to break into the house for her.
Does the door refuse to yield, little burglar?
What, you think I'm some dimwit? The front one took me 3 minutes tops. The main study, though, that won't budge. It's as if they broke the lock specifically so that no one can open it. And blocked the door from the inside to boot. Ugh. Come on now, to the left. This again. Now I've broken my favorite pit, too.
Is there something important inside that study?
Of course there is. The clues. It was the murderer who closed it, I tell ya. So no one can investigate anything, so Master Barak stays unavenged.
It can't be a coincidence, all of this. If nothing else, Isidore was a doctor, and he dies right before the plague comes and his study is locked.
You know how it was? This house was open all the way until the funeral, and then the killer knew he had to lock it. Because they all understood it at the funeral. Not everyone grows 4 new arms after death, you know. That beast's claw, too, only happens if you fought for your life, tooth and nail.
Indeed, it may be possible to determine the cause of death by the body's appearance, but Isidore's been buried already, hasn't he?
It's 3 days he's been in the ground all over now. The killer, he was skulking here that very day. Seen him with my own 2 eyes, I did, because I wasn't at the funeral like everyone else. Still couldn't track him down.
You've seen the murderer. Who was it? Did you recognize him?
I'm not telling you. You don't care one bit about Master Barak. All these days, you were cool as a cucumber that he's dead, that he's murdered. For you, Master Barak was just some old man who wrote you a letter to the capital about magical, mystical Simon. And he was the best of them all.
Hi, bud. The executive producer has joined us.
I thought he was called that because he was sticky. I assumed so too.
I know I am getting to these really late because I keep looking over and they're definitely not on the little screen thing. Such a grumpy face on the producer. Yeah, he's mad because we had a repair tech in trying to fix our dishwasher earlier today, and that disturbed his whole routine. He's been very upset all day. Great, a child's tantrum is just what I need right now.
And who the heck are you walking around here all high and mighty, like, and you did nothing? Bear, he came with you too, and then they killed his father, and he was the one they accused of it. Imagine that, and 5 days after, look where you are, and look where Bear is.
By refusing to say who you've seen, you're just helping them hide and cover his tracks. Not the smartest thing to do.
I'll find Master Barak's killer on my own. Or with Bear, maybe. Because we cared for him and you never did. You care about Simon Kane, don't you? Have you ever thought he might be right behind the stubborn door, huh?
Maria did tell me that she felt some kind of trace of Simon in this house. A presence.
Master Barak, they buried him at least. Simon, they didn't. Someone stole him. You didn't know that, huh? No one did. The Kanes thought they'd be able to keep it a secret. Not from me, though. What if Simon's body is right here? I'll find it then, not you. If I can finally defeat this door, that is.
Simon's body has disappeared. So I'm not the only one taking interest in his death, then. Failure! Isidore's dead, killed on the very day I arrived. The same day Simon died, this town's darkest hour. My darkest hour. Isidore's study was closed on the 2nd day. The lock jammed. I cannot investigate it. Isidore's killer was seen on the 2nd day, but the trail has long since gone cold. I cannot catch him. Isidore's body was buried on the 2nd day. I cannot examine it. On day 2, someone barricaded Isidore's study. If only I'd came there in the morning. Alas, that day I found no time to visit my colleague. Or did I come too late and run into a locked door? An echo of Simon is hidden in Isidore Barak's study.
Rough as Dutch, save to touch. Smooth as bone, leave it alone.
What do you want now, Aunt Neil? The audience is over for today. Is it true that Simon's body was stolen? And if it was true, do you think I discussed my late uncle's body with you? Like he's some lost bull or a purse that costs the attention of a less than honest chambermaid? You want to track him down, don't you? So do I. I'll tell you this. You have only a superficial understanding of my uncle's disappearance. His body, if it even exists, doesn't matter much. I can still feel something living. It's more like a sigh than a chunk of meat. Well, we need to open Isudor's study anyway. It must be locked for a reason. Like how haughty the woman looks with her nose up in the air. Yeah, she really does just look really, really fucking haughty the whole time. She's very stuck up looking. I remember she was a huge bitch to us every time that we talked to her as Artemian 2. But we're at pretty much exactly the halfway point. So, I'm going to take us on a 3-minute advertisement break. Grab a drink, use the restroom, do whatever you got to do, and we will resume our investigation into all of these dead ends in 3 minutes or so. See you soon. Oh, we get some crazy music in the background. I'm glad I stepped outside so that the weird shuffling can play. Going to go investigate where the chirping is coming from. Good luck, Bridge. We call this music the haunting. Weird echoing cough. The honkening. I want to replace the chirp on the smoke detector with just like a sad tuba. Okay. Now we need to get over to the Canes, it looks like. So...
Someone's toying with me.
If I slip through the archway without deviating from the route, the rest of the journey will pass by without incident. I can turn into another archway, and then I'll have to create a new route. I'll have to pass through dangerous districts myself again. I don't understand exactly what that means. I'm running out of fucking juice. I don't remember how to recharge it. Forward to the left. I cannot reach the smoke alarm. Oh no. I'm a tall. I've never had those problems. We've done it. Don't drag the stool upstairs because it's at the top of the staircase. That makes perfect sense. Well.
You're too high strung.
Oh yeah, polyhedron's got a lot more detail. Very cool. Yes, the door that will open at 9:30 o'clock. Khan. Casper Kane. The Kane heir plotted his own course along the path of his family. His followers were called the Dogheads. They wore beast-faced masks and lived in the polyhedron. In this way, they claimed to renounce their animal nature and embrace a world of pure fantasy. They obeyed Khan blindly, hence his nickname. But Khan himself still retained the ability to doubt.
What should a man do once his guts have turned to rags?
Rags.
With all due respect, you just keep visiting at the wrong times.
I thought this was Victor Kane's study.
It is. What?
You don't think it looks right? No, it does, only the owner is missing. Where is he?
Ever since Mother died, he only goes ever to the Cape to visit her. What do you want?
You're Nina and Victor's son?
All these times we've spoken and you still don't remember. I've known some scatterbrains, but you... Perhaps it's better like this. Uncle used to say the words of a cane all have a trapdoor underneath, and usually more than one.
Are you trying to say they're all liars?
Uncle calls it dialectics. You can swindle a man with the truth alone, you know. The world is a deck of cards, he used to say, and the most important ones are always up someone's sleeve.
Which of your uncles are you talking about?
The one that's dead. The one that's alive, I don't remember now. I was just little like a baby tooth. When they taught me cards, they taught me to slip jokers into my opponent's deck and to play dead, too.
What do you mean, play dead?
It's a term in cards. When you pretend not to notice your opponent's manipulations and it gives you an advantage.
I once knew a man who gambled his whole family away.
If he was stupid enough to wager his family, he deserved it. I hope you aren't like that. Remember, everything is a game in the Crucible, and everyone else is a joker.
Hello, friend. I'm gonna jump into stream soon, but I want to say hi. Hi, Ava! Shoot me a message of where you're starting your stream, and I'll kick you the raid when we're done.
Thanks for dropping by all the same.
No, I have to say it. The only card game I know is Go Fish. I'm stupid. The Canes are a strange family. Perhaps Victor, the only reasonable member, would speak with me. The only card game I know is Go Fish. I wonder how different that would have been if I'd talked to Simon instead, because presumably I could have gone to, not Simon, Grigori. It's Grigori Kane, right? Oh, I've never met him. Hey! That sucks. Pawns. Advanced pawns. Pieces. Yes, queens. And beyond the board. Georgie Kane. Not Grigori. Spooky shit, the Shabnat. Yeah, that's a real normal-ass picture, huh? Why was that man on the corner sweeping in the rain? That seems inefficient. I don't ask why anyone does what they're doing in this step. I feel like you could just blame it on the polyhedron. Speaking of, why is a man just standing out here in the rain staring at a statue? Victor Kane. Pragmatist. Younger brother of Simon and Georgie. If the Canes are the shining mind of the town, then Victor is the hands that create the bricks for building castles in the air. All his life, he made sure the gears of fate in this unusual family turned in harmony with one another. Perhaps that's why he enjoys assembling clocks. It seems he was the only one who could rein in the impulses of wild Nina, his late wife.
Chain a rock to your ankle, if you wish to see the bottom.
Yes, yes. I found your brooch this morning. I remember when we stood on the pier and you dropped it. I jumped in the water to save it. How impudent I was. Please don't say that. You know I beg your pardon. Oh, it's you. What are you doing here? Haven't you had enough? Or are you here to argue some more and beg forgiveness? If it's the latter, it's too late. It won't make a difference. You know why I came to this town. That's what I'm here to speak to you about. I do. The question is, do you yourself know why you came to this town? I have a growing suspicion that I've been lured here on purpose. Oh? Curious. What for? I don't know, but this is no coincidence. What? What do you mean by no coincidence? Simon's death. He died on the eve of my arrival, possibly just a few hours before the train rolled into the station, and now his body is gone. You've been here for 5 days and visited us twice, and still you understand nothing. Georgie had high hopes for you, Dr. Dankovsky. He's expecting you to amaze him, and you turned out to be ordinary. You're just stagnating. I wouldn't be stagnating if you were frank with me and didn't talk in riddles. So you want us to do everything for you? You're a scientist, Dr. Dankovsky. Why this idleness of the mind? All I want is clarity instead of vague hints. You're Simon Kane's brother. Surely you know something of his phenomenon. Death is time. The time in your life slipping through your fingers. To defeat it, you must tame it, or break it. Nothing new can be made without first breaking the old. That's what Simon used to say. Very poetic, but there's one problem with poetry. It's worthless. That's where you're wrong, Doctor. But you must consider poetry the opposite of formulae and calculation. A formula is only worthwhile if it is beautiful, after all. Your current way of thinking doesn't allow for proper discussion. Come back when you understand. When you've found a way to break time. Ne verba pro farina. Oh, crying Dankovsky. Dead end. It's clear. This is a lost cause. I can't save the town. I can't save Thanatica. I can't find Simon. There's only one way out.
There's no point. I've lost myself and the whole town.
Apathy has almost consumed me. I need a pickup. But I can't. It won't let me. Apathy has reached its peak, and the will to live fades on. The last hope is to hold on to a thought. My hand reaches for the final bullet. I will stop if I manage to gather my thoughts quickly. I need to figure out and press the thought that will bring me to relief before the time runs out. The town will perish tomorrow. So says the romantically inclined prophetess. You abandoned Thanatica for the town. Everything is lost. Nope. Bang! Enter the room of mirrors for the first time. What troubles you, senor? Your day is over. Your day is over. That's what you call a bullet in the head. Damn, Daniel. You stand inside a mirrored chamber. Look, one glass in which you shot yourself, more still in which your life goes on. This place allows a man to choose among the possibilities. I don't understand. You're free to pick the one in which you shot yourself and end your story there. Or you can choose to defy death and give it one more try. Your business in the living world remains unfinished. No? I was looking for Simon, but I failed. There's not enough of me for this. Then let us say you did not shoot yourself. Too much left still to do, and not enough of you. Your goal will pull you back to life, a hook lodged in your cheek. If you depart too soon, who would there be to bear this burden? Who are you? Why can I see beings like you? Does it matter? Yes, for diagnostic purposes. If only I can see you, and I'm not mad, then what's special about me? Why are you following me, of all people?
The question still is who is following whom. I never leave this place, and you are here a first-time visitor. Your present fate remains unclear. Are you a body lying, bleeding on the ground? Or are you still at the still water, staring at a clock?
What about the clock? Is it somehow special?
The clock is common as can be, but what you'll do with it is not. Just stand before it and watch the motions of its hands.
How the hell does it work? Can I travel between days or what? Am I stuck in some kind of time loop?
Does it matter? Yes, it does. I must understand the underlying mechanism. Am I in this town or in a memory of it? It's like I'm everywhere at once, both standing here and giving a statement at the Capitol, acting and recounting my actions at the same time, and now it seems I can leap across days? What should I make of that? You come out of the shadows by degrees, Signor. Indeed, it is as if you are at once both here and there. This thought of time is a mere line entraps your mind. In truth, you are as free as ever. At once, you're here and in the capital. One foot on yesterday, another on tomorrow.
So that's how it is. I ask for clarity, I get smoke and mirrors.
No smoke, but many mirrors, sir. To free yourself, you'll have to break the glass.
By the way, what's that moving picture there? Makes me uneasy.
Camera Lumina, one of Simon's ruminations. For now, pay it no mind. You'll understand in time.
Condescension from a shadow. Guys, which mirror should I break? Why are you molesting this clock? I'm gonna start with this one.
The broken ones don't lie.
Okay. I guess we gotta keep going.
Dankowski.
Fine! I'll break them all!
Through the looking glass.
Fucker! Is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted, you son of a bitch?
Now, 1,000 fragments of Dankowski.
My temporary refuge. I need to find a mechanical clock to restart time. Sounds easy. As easy as anything else I've done in this town. If I only I could have done things differently. Well, what would I have become? Oh, that's how I reload my thingamajig. Or that's how I load my thingamajig. But I don't have enough. Oh, that makes more. That's fine. But Yulia Lyricheva, the Fatalist. She came from the capital with the Anerotechs, an organization that built the western part of this town. Many of the town's oddities can be attributed to them. Yulia immediately struck me as an intelligent, rational, and unhappy person. She's just like me for real.
A woman's nerves can only take so much.
Got a cigarette?
Smoking is bad for you. Afraid not.
Pity. There are no cigarettes left in town. There's almost nothing left, really. But I miss cigarettes, especially.
Are you a friend of Ava's? Forgive me, I'm still getting acquainted with the guests of this house.
So you don't remember me? Well, I should have expected that. You're probably beset with new demands every minute.
Man who pounds morphine like it's nothing. Smoking is bad for you. That's one of the reasons why I rolled that back. I was like, I'll be condescending. Never mind, hang on. I'm doing drugs 24/7. I draw the line at hypocrisy. Forgive me. You're right. So much has piled up, and everyone wants something from me.
I'm Yulia. Yulia Lyuricheva. 2 days ago, you came to my house, the Trammel, and promised to put in a good word for me with the Canes to make sure they don't exile me from the town.
Ah, yes, of course, I remember you. I'm afraid I haven't had the chance to speak with the Canes yet, but I will certainly get around to it.
I see you're not in the mood, but I thought we had an agreement. I gave you a lead, and you gave me your word.
As awkward as this sounds, it's nice to meet you again. Could you remind me of what else we discussed during our last meeting?
We talked about the Ornero texts. You were curious to meet one of them, and you found me.
The Ornero texts. Isn't that the town association of architects and engineers?
The Ornero texts. We're the ones Canes once invited. We're the ones the Canes once invited to design the town of their dreams. When you're young, passionate, and striving for a breakthrough, it's often hard to find the opportunity to realize your ambitious plans. The Canes gave us that opportunity.
I shudder to remember those times when I went knocking on doors hoping to open my own laboratory.
Then you'll understand more than I can tell. We were inspired, but years passed us by. Some fled from here, while others will never flee, because they've been laid to rest in this earth. When I visit the still water, I feel like I'm returning to the time of our hope. After all, it was also built by one of us. The best of us.
This is hard for me to explain, but I keep feeling like the still water somehow affects me.
You've already noticed. The still water has its name for a reason. It's quiet. It's subtle. Ask yourself how many rooms it has. The question is more interesting than it seems. The answer is either a joke or a gift from the architect. You know, there are 1,000 reasons to admire Ava, but the main one is that she is capable of living here.
Do you know her well?
Everyone in the Ornero texts loved her. She was, for us, a tuning fork. The best, most sensitive audience. A canary in the mine. No university can teach what she knows. Even if the town dies, and with it all our works, I'm happy that Ava saw them.
You're an interesting conversationalist, Yulia. Now I certainly remember your request about the Canes, and I'll do everything in my power to fulfill it. Femme fatalist. Ava's friend is waiting for me in the Stillwater's living room. A couple of days ago, I made a promise to Yulia Lyricheva that I didn't keep. I can do better. An Onirotect is one of the specialists that you can be in one of the professions in Fallen London, and I think it's a cool-ass word. Ava Jan, canary in a cage. The Stillwater is a failed observatory converted into a guest house. One day, Ava Jan just moved in. She was never chased out because, according to the locals, the Stillwater changes people in strange ways, and someone must bear its attentions. When I arrived, they'd already arranged a room for me at the Stillwater. I saw Ava every day. She almost never went outside.
I'm overflowing with soul. I have enough to share.
You're back. That's good. You'll sleep much more soundly in the Stillwater than in a prison cell. Simon had good reason to arrange for you to stay here.
Good reason, you say?
Tell me, this long case clock, how long has it been here? It's always been here. Simon used to joke that they built the Stillwater around it. When Farcott started constructing the Stillwater, the clock was the first thing to be installed. But why do you ask? Is the ticking too loud? Disturbing your sleep?
Nope. Just curious where it came from. So you say it was Simon who brought it here?
I don't think he actually brought it here himself. It's quite heavy, but it was brought here at his request, yes. In fact, you're the first one to ask me about it. Most people just don't notice it. Every time I see you touch it, it feels like you can see something that I can't. As if you're being transported by it.
Wait, have you seen me touching this clock already?
You've been living here for 5 days. Of course you have. Of course I have. Every single day. You stand in front of it and murmur something before you go to bed. If I didn't know what a skeptic you were, I thought you were performing a ritual.
I'm just trying to figure out what kind of place the Stillwater is.
Those who live in the Stillwater can get things muddled in their heads. But you shouldn't blame everything on the house. It's unusual, certainly, and built with specific intent. But in the end, it's only a building.
I've heard a different story. I've heard something isn't right with this house, that people can't stay in here for too long.
In our little town, there are tall tales about everything under the sun, even toy bulls. Separating truth from fiction is hard, even for the locals.
I'm dead tired. I need to sleep.
Sleep is death's little brother.
Does that mean death is sleep's big brother?
Death is the ghosts in the clock. There it is, that noise again. Do you hear it?
I hear it. Like a mouse scratching in the spine.
Don't go to bed while you're still thinking so much about the clock. You won't be able to fall asleep.
You've slept here for 4 nights and 2 were in prison. She seems to be picking up a lot of pattern from very little data. Well, I don't know how moored in reality Ava Jan is. I want to do something. I'm going to take a closer look at the clock. I promise I'll be careful. Oh, terrifying face. Okay. I want to go... Alright. Up here... Why did you ask me how many rooms this house has?
Never alone. Things everywhere.
This is where we come in. It seems to obey physics. A lot of people in this town ask and say a lot of insane stuff. Yeah, it might just be that.
Vectors.
I was trying to see if it
A point.
didn't, like, make sense topologically, but I think it does. Amalgam is required to recall the past. Amalgam is needed both for the bachelor's past and the player's past. Loading a save requires payment. It can be obtained by smashing mirrors, and in a couple more ways. Maybe it does now, but won't later. That's fair. That could be.
I am concerned solely with the truth. If you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear.
At it again, Doctor. I asked you not to bury me in trifles. And are you here to complain that children stole your microscope? Your arrival in this town doesn't interest me. I care only about what matters. What could be more important than how it all began? Or do you take me for your memoirist, a close friend entrusted with your life from its very beginning? But on day one, something else happened. Something that matters. It concerns Simon. Simon Kane is a curious figure indeed, but for our purposes, he is entirely secondary. By the time you arrived, he was already dead, as I understand it.
That's the point. The Kanes are masters of mystification. They wanted everyone to believe Simon had died.
Fairy tales about immortality again.
Do you always call things fairy tales when they're inconvenient, or don't fit a way you build your accusations?
You still can't grasp at my central point, esteemed bachelor. You chased after some old man and turned your back on the fate of tens of thousands of people. That is where your guilt lies. Now you are repeating the same mistake. We're investigating the plague. The plague, the town. Only they matter, not Simon.
Who gave you the right to decide what matters and what doesn't?
A special commission did. Is Simon connected to the plague? He is not. Is his death connected? It is not. Until you can establish connection for me, I don't wish to hear about your white whale hunt. What I do wish to hear about is criminal negligence.
I have not been negligent. Fine. We go to day 2 then. Or not.
You could have gone and bowed properly, asked for kindness. Who would have refused you? But no, you had to strut about like a peacock.
I like his little eye brooch on his neckerchief thing. That's cool.
You've been going on about the second day. What are you implying exactly? According to our information, there was no plague in the town yet. There was nothing to research beside the still water and its charming mistress.
Here, let me tell you about an alternate reality where I wasn't negligent, goddammit. The plague didn't appear out of the blue. The outbreak struck on the 3rd day, but that means it was already brewing on the 2nd.
How can you be sure of that? In fact, here's a report in your own hand. The latent stage lasts 5 to 8 hours. The town was still clean on that 2nd day.
That's not my handwriting.
You can't possibly know that. You cannot possibly know whether the town was clean on the 2nd day or not. You hadn't opened the hospital yet. You understood nothing about the sand plague. And pardon my frankness, but I'm not interested in your hypotheses or speculations. I need hard facts.
I did open the hospital on the 3rd day.
Why don't you tell me about that then? And then we'll see if there's any merit to your musings about the genesis of the plague.
if you just let me tell the story how I see fit, we'd settle this matter sooner. Fine. Day 3.
Those who reported you wished you well.
You are, I beg your pardon, trying to deceive me time and time again. Sure enough, it isn't in my power to forbid you from lying, errare humanum est, and one can also, shall we say, be mistaken with no ill intent. But as far as formal logic is concerned, you are constantly feeding me something that can only be described as falsehood.
Everyone lies. You two are lying to me right now.
What do we have next? Day 3, the crucial one. The day the town elites were to appoint the Health Inspector General, the person to lead the fight against the epidemic. You were absent.
My office in this town was that of a chance visitor. Can you comprehend that, or are you willing to admit that my invitation was orchestrated?
Do you admit that this whole thing with Simon Kane was nothing but an excuse? They wanted to shut down your lab, and you just shirked your responsibilities, scuttling away to the back of Beyond and abandoning your brainchild for your junior colleagues to deal with. The captain was the first to desert the sinking ship.
I will never admit to that, and putting such nonsense in my mouth is petty, I have to say.
Oh, you're baring your teeth. How cute. Let's say I suspend my disbelief for a moment. You claim you led the emergency command dealing with the epidemic. But what about a hospital? Why didn't you open a hospital in this town? I can only explain that as deliberate sabotage.
That's exactly it. The damn town didn't even have a hospital, and you have the gall to say that I haven't done enough? To accuse me of not saving the people who didn't want to get treated?
Do you think upholding your Hippocratic oath is optional?
No! That's why I opened a hospital and started saving people, even though they repaid me in hatred.
According to my information, there was no hospital building in the town. Here, take a look.
Who are your mysterious informants?
People. They see everything, Dankovsky.
They also lie all the time. That was another discovery I made at the hospital, by the way. Terrible vengeance. I wasn't the only one who found Ruben's hideout. On this day, the attackers tracked him down and killed him. On the 3rd day, Ruben was hiding in the warehouses. He was planning something. He was afraid of something. Stanislav Rubin, my last lead, was killed. The trail of the immortal man is lost. Luggage problems, a tour of the town, meeting notable residents. The first day has no bearing on the story of the plague. I already told the inspector everything he was interested in and even a bit more. Today, the town learned of the plague. Recalling day 2 would be valuable for understanding the genesis of the epidemic. First, I must recall whether I opened the hospital. Otherwise, I am of little use. They all await a leader to follow. Begin the 3rd day. If I die with no amalgam, death will be final. It is crucial to always have some. Day 3, in which the bell tolls. Town Hall Gathering. The rulers of this town are waiting for me in the town hall. Death will be final is literal. It will delete your save. Good to know! Always have amalgam. Got it. There's some points of interest left unexplored. tangled thoughts. I always remember important items. Small things are forgettable. Consumables are not transferred between days. They're waiting for me in the clock on the day when I collected them. So the clock has shit. I see. Smoke alarm distress solved. Hell yeah. Ah, it was Nyx's.
It wasn't me. Don't look at me like that.
When I wake up, I try not to remember what day it is for as long as possible. Morning is a fluid time. Whatever happened outside hasn't reached you yet, which means it has no more power over you than a dream.
When I wake up, I immediately run through all the things I need to do.
In the mornings, certain things become clear that fade away by evening. This morning, I realized something about you. Why you swing between gloom and fever.
I call it apathy and mania.
You love words borrowed from dead languages. Tell me, have you always been like this? Swinging from one extreme to the other?
Perhaps, but your town seems to amplify my tendency.
Simon once said that a person's greatest battle isn't with their circumstances, not with hunger or thirst or exhaustion. The real fight is always with yourself. Until you've been to your own apex and your own abyss, you'll never know who you truly are.
Now, hunger, thirst, and exhaustion were my greatest battle when I was Artemy. Daniil's undiagnosed mental disorders. Boy! Before the end of the day, you have been blessed. Ah! He has peeled out into the room. Hey, bud. Yeah. This is Scoop. Tu madre. He feasts. The boy feasts. Good boy. Yeah, you lick the top of that, you little guy. Shape, 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 shape. Hunger and thirst are serious opponents too. How many thousands of people lose to them every day?
A lot, but you'll never be among them. Food, drink, and shelter will always be there for you. You don't even need to think about such trifles.
I don't think about them. Usually I don't even notice the taste of food.
But no one can get inside and change you. Well, they can, and eventually it will happen. But only you can keep track of your own peace of mind and the seesaw in your head.
I'll manage. Don't worry. There's no need to talk to me like a nurse.
I speak as I speak, and things are. And as things are, Simon, the town, and all I want to offer you hospitality. Simon, the town, and I all want to offer you hospitality. It's something. It's important that you know that.
God, I cannot read today, apparently. All right. Sorry for snapping. Did I get some amalgam for talking to her?
All your hopes died on the vine. No capital for us now. The governor's ordered to shut off the tracks. Quarantine, they say. I came on duty today and no one was there. You'd think the station had died out.
Also, the landlord says you'll get a call after 5 from the dishwasher guy. God damn. That's fine. We'll be done with the stream by then, at least. Get free amalgam for talking to Ava twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. I was curious if the 50 amalgam I got there was from Ava. Or if that was like an older thing that I hadn't, like the notification hadn't cleared yet.
Can it really be the plague? Must be why all them big people are gathered in the town hall now. Doctor, is that you? Back from the meeting already? You're the doctor, so tell us, please, will they close the town?
Would be nasty to get stuck here.
So you don't know either. I thought you were the one Saburov turned to. You should hurry to the town hall, then. They'll be lost without you.
They're talking about the plague. Everyone who's important. Governor Saburov, both Olgimskis, Senior and the Junior. Junior's in charge of anti-plague measures. And the Canes, our third rulers, always come with some ace up their sleeve. I heard they called for you too, since you're the doctor from the capital.
And who might you be, if I may ask? What brings you to the Stillwater?
Just so you know, a good place this. Calm. People always come here if they need some calm. Ava welcomes them.
Our son used to moonlight here when he was little, sweeping the chimneys. Earned some money for his studies in the capital that way. He left there later. We come here when we miss him. Thought I'd go visit him in the capital, but then my Pavel says there's quarantine.
So you're saying the Stillwater can be visited by people who don't live here, even if they're not Ava's guests?
Everyone comes here. That's how it's always been. When the Canes were calling builders to the town, they wanted us to have more special houses here. Houses in which, how do I say this? The soul is laboring. That's why people come here, even when no one's invited them.
So they visit it like a hospital or a museum? Curious. Curious. Curiouser and curiouser. Yeah, okay. Hey, dude. Mirrors and coffins are all too alike. One ill-timed glance and they'll trap you inside. What's wrong with looking into a mirror and seeing myself in it? That's the point of mirrors. Imagine that you are a mirror. When a man stands before you, you hold in yourself his double. And so where once one stood, there are now one and one again. Were I a mirror framed, I'd hold that man within my depths, never to release him, forever for hidden by the silvered glass. I've heard alternate histories, but alternate optics is new to me. Optics was but one of Simon's callings. It strains belief, but you must believe still. The flow of time inside our town is not at all like what you know. It is fluid, it seeps, it leaks, and in it you must swim. I have this odd feeling that I know what happened in the future, as if the future was instead of will be. And if time flows, then you may bottle it like blood or dew or tears. You keep it for a rainless day and spend it when you must. Seems stack up on time on idle evenings and then spend it all when a report comes in and work piles up. I wouldn't say no to that if it was possible, of course. If you had such a cache of liquid time, you could then move across the days to find yourself at the right place in the right time, much like you did just now, Signor. And correct someone else's mistakes, I suppose. Indeed, if you could handle it, Signor. But what need have you to put your mind in chains? You do believe that dead men can one day be brought to life anew. Sounds too good to be true. I smell a catch. Just think of it as Simon's parting gift, like the watch that Nika gave to you. In time, its meaning will be clear, but first you need to learn how to make use of it. How do you know about the watch? From reading the inscription on its shell! Amalgam is what we call liquid time. So long as you have some, you need not take a linear view of things. You may rewind the film or turn the story on its side, and if perchance you meet your death instead of life, amalgam will pour out of you, and you'll be granted a new chance to try. Your fellow in the mirror room. Or was that you too? already told me about it.
You must remember this. To die with no amalgam is a final and true death. The same death that you struggled to defeat. So you must always keep amalgam close at hand, or else you'll meet a darkest end.
I understand.
With no amalgam left, your watch is just a watch and not a tool for changing time. You must remember this. To die with no amalgam is a final and true death. The same death that you struggled to defeat, so you must always keep amalgam close at hand, or else you'll meet a darkest end.
Where do I find this amalgam, then?
Mirrors are a source of it. They glean a man's reflection, trapping time within themselves. And if a mirror you should break, its liberated time you then could take.
And the world inside the mirror will be shattered into pieces, I see.
Amalgam also comes from labors done. Every task finished inspires, giving you more time.
I know the feeling. I felt it in the capital, too.
My task today is to explain the things that matter most. The rest you'll come to know and understand in time. I ask, Signor, do you believe the things I've said? Do you hear my words? Simon's words. With respect.
Glass workers must be the most respected tradesmen in your town, given these superstitions.
I can't break that mirror. Fine.
The fuck's going on over here?
What you looking at? Is my face that interesting?
Every time I see one of them, I wonder what they are.
This is an Odong. Gettlefolk. They're raw, unfinished. I can't get rid of this one. He follows me like a dog, he does. Stopped to catch my breath by your house, and now it's eyeing you. I know this look.
I mean you no harm, Moga-kun. I only want to look.
Look at what? The Stillwater used to be an observatory, but there's no telescope, so no stars to look at.
I want to take a look at you, Amite. Haven't seen a creature like you in a while. Your gait and your rags. Look at the rags.
Daniil is still... Someone needs to study these guys under a microscope. Not me, though. I've got more important things.
What do you mean, rags? Do you have any idea how expensive this coat is?
I mean it with respect. I love rags and I love creatures, love studying them. We Odonge are simple herders. But Bodo granted me a mind. Honir Holtoyuhan. I love studying creatures. May I study you, Amite?
You want to follow the doctor from the capital? Follow him like a dog now?
I do not follow like a dog. I'll stay put. He comes to this house often. Your house knows you. But for Moga-kun, the house is new. I will study him and how the house treats him. Haven't seen anything like this before. We get few visitors.
Study me how, exactly?
No taram zagui baidal. I'll stand in the corner and observe. What an odd creature you are. So much tabarinud. I can be useful too. Very helpful. Eke diatal.
Are you offering some kind of arrangement?
I see stains on your rags. Tiny drops. Yun gishib. Is it ox bile? You must need it if you have it on you. Say if you need more. I can get more. You can use it.
Yes, I could use some more. I need it for the prototype. I need belladonna and novocaine too.
Beauty drops and numb water. I know. I can get these for you, Moga-kun. I'll bring as much as you need if you let me study you, observe you. I'll trade bile and whatever else you say, Kain Kilsi.
Trade? I thought you'd give me the ingredients in exchange for getting to observe me.
This is not our way. Things of use are valuable. Even Mother Bordeaux grants herbs in exchange for the bride's dances, and bulls for the drover's labors. Letting me study you costs nothing. I won't ask much for the bile, but it should be a trade. You want to observe me in the still water and trade ingredients to fuel the prototype? It's a deal.
Hey, what about me? I got used to having you around, and now you want to run away with the doctor from the capital? Here, I thought we were friends.
We are friends, but I befriend creatures to study them, Amite. I studied you, and you are no strange creature to me no longer. Farewell.
I'll meet you in the Stillwater, researcher. Just don't bother Ava or I'll throw you out. What a show! A local oddity, a Stepodon, was amazed by my appearance and dreams of studying me. I allowed the Odong to observe. He promised to be useful. I hope he will share his monograph on the behavior of thanatologists in crisis situations afterwards. Yeah, I think this boy's my new sticky. Right. All right. But since I just saw story saved from the zone transition, we are going to end that situation here. I'm going to be kicking y'all on over to DMKC RPGs, DKMC RPGs. They are currently doing a live action Heroes of the Realm thing. Ava, friend of the show, is playing on it right now, and they are raising money for Black Girls Code for Black History Week. So it's both a great cause and lovely people. Absolutely worth your time. Don't Kill My Character is what DKMC stands for. So Don't Kill My Character RPGs. We're gonna raid over to them. But as always, I wanted to say thank you all so much for coming. I really appreciate it. It means a lot, as always, that everybody is here to hang out and watch the stream and see some fun, new, cool things. Hopefully. So, yeah, just thank you all so much for being around and being an audience. I'm going to kick the raid over now, but we will be resuming Pathologic tomorrow. Same time, same place. Hope to see y'all then. Bye. Hey, if you stuck around to the end of the video, I just wanted to say thank you, and I hope that you enjoyed. If you want to help support me in making more of this, you can follow me on Twitch, where I stream these live. Like, comment, and subscribe. I suspect you all know how this works by now, but it really does help a lot. Thanks.